Another thing that I want to talk about in terms of community leaders and building communities, because it's interesting that this banquet is called the Community Builders Appreciation Banquet, right? And Mr. Lawson explained to me in terms of his definition of a community builder is someone who builds something that produces tangible results for a community. It's not your positional power, it's not your position or what school you went to or anything like that. It's what results are you actually producing. And I moved to Chicago, my new home, about 2 years ago. And when I moved there, my brother, he lives in Hyde Park, and I went down to visit him. And one day we took a tour. Are you guys familiar with the University of Chicago? Yeah, so the University of Chicago is a really prestigious school down there. I think President Obama taught there. I think Michelle Obama, she may have been employed there for a little while. But it was interesting because we were walking around this beautiful campus. And I was looking at all these trees, all these trees, all these huge, massive buildings. And then they told me how the campus started, the college started. So does anyone know who founded University of Chicago? John D. Rockefeller. Everyone familiar with John D. Rockefeller, the oil baron? Yeah. So it turns out he gave $35 million back in, I guess, the late 1800s to found this university. $35 million. I'm not sure how much that is today. It's a lot today, but back then it must be 300, 400 million, right? Maybe even more than that, to start this university. That's an institution 150 years later, because I think it was started in 1865. So the question I have for you, who is our John D. Rockefellers? Who are going to be those stewards, those cornerstones of black financial wealth to create these institutions of lasting value that benefit the African American community? How are you going to help these individuals get to the point where they are, and how are we going to make sure that these individuals don't get to a position of power and then not care about the community that helped get them there as time goes along? So those are questions that I want to ask you in terms of what it means to build a community. And for the organizations out there, such as the National Urban Leagues, the NAACPs of the world, please support your black entrepreneurs, because this is the new civil rights movement. This is the forefront of what it's going to take to make sure that the legacy of black institutions, black people, get taken to that next level and are here for many generations, lasting generations to come.